People see me and think I'm weak. They want to take care of me. But I can take care of myself by myself.
I cannot wait to start binging Netflix's Avatar series tonight. But for those of you who will miss her too, I actually wanted to dive into Toph's personality today.
I am not Toph. I am Melon Lord!
So let's take a quick and simple overview using the Hexacle personality model, which evaluates people's tendencies on 6 overarching dimensions. One of the first things that jump to mind when I think about Toph regards the dimension of emotionality, which deals with intensity and frequency of emotional experiences. And that is just how absolutely fearless and independent she is, which happen to be 2 of the subcategories of that dimension. And she's not just fearless and independent for a 12-year-old girl, she is absolutely unrivaled in badassery. She embodies what it means to be an earthbender. Her confidence, can-do attitude, and willingness to face adversity go a long way in her mastering earthbending.
I beat you all before and I'll do it again!
Speaking of earthbending, she can be a little rough around the edges. In other words, she would have a low score in Agreeableness, which assesses individuals' tendencies towards cooperation, friendliness, and altruism. And this might be linked to her upbringing, where she might have felt like she had to constantly put on a mask and be a good little girl. But as soon as she joins Team Avatar, she creates a lot of friction, especially with Katara. Next up is the dimension of honesty and humility. Regarding the honesty part of the equation, she's a straight shooter, very honest, and at times, it can even sting a little bit. But she is extremely independent and powerful, and these 2 things are core to her identity. So much so that it may prevent her from asking for help, as it would call into question what she considers to be the very core of her being, her ability to get things done by herself.
Wait! They're mine.
And that would translate into the Hexacle model as a low score on the subdimension of modesty. But while she didn't go on the life-changing field trip with Zuko, there was nobody more suited to helping her realize this than Iroh.
You sound like my nephew. Always thinking you need to do things on your own without anyone's support.
And lastly, I think some of her more intellectual qualities often go overlooked, and so when looking at the dimension of openness to experience, which captures the individual's level of intellectual curiosity, imagination, and willingness to try new things, I actually think she would score very high on 2 of these subdimensions, which include creativity and unconventionalism. Now, this may be due in part to the fact that she's brought up in nobility, and also to the fact that she grew up with a disability which made her different from the get-go, but her creativity and her outside-the-box thinking really shined in that scene where she had to come up with metal bending.
If you open your mind, you will see that all the elements are one, 4 parts of the same whole. Even metal is just a part of Earth that has been purified and refined.
Well, how about you? Do you feel like you share any similar or perhaps opposite tendencies in these dimensions? And would you say these dispositions are helping or harming you? If you'd like to ponder a little more on these types of questions, you can follow me for more.